Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, good afternoon, my grade 6 students. Today we will discuss with each other Unit 5. Let's start as usual with the new vocab. Okay. Okay. Maybe, maybe, maybe means perhaps. Cloudy, cloudy. It means when the sky is full of clouds. So it's a cloudy day. It's a cloudy day. Flu, flu. When you have a flu, you have a cold, like you have cough or fever or sneezing, so it's the flu. Serious, serious. This word means when you are not laughing a lot, okay, and you are good enough doing your own things, so you are a serious person. This means serious, okay. Sometimes this word means also this thing is important, so it's a series. Town, town, it's a small city. It's smaller than a city, so it's called a town. Apostrophe D, better, it's equal to had better. Had better, it means it's good to do something. It's good or it's better to do this thing. So we use the expression had better. Okay. Do better, do better. This means when someone is sick and now he is fine or good, no cold, no flu anymore. So we can say he does better or we do better. So now he is fine or he is in a good condition. Weather, weather. The weather means is when we say it's cold today. Oh, it's hot today. It's raining, or it's rainy. It's windy. It's stormy. So this is the weather. Okay, now we are describing the weather. Seat, seat. It's something that you can sit on, like a chair or even armchair. But seat is stable. You can't move it from a place to another. Okay, like a seat in a train or a seat in a plane or a seat on a bus, we can't move it. So it's a seat. Crazy. Crazy is an adjective that means when a person behave in a strange way, strange and unaccepted way or unacceptable way. So I think he's crazy. Little, little it means young according to the age, or little is small according to the size. Pest, pest. This means very, very annoying person. When you find an annoying person behaves bad, so it's a pest. Father, this means, the verb means annoy. When someone annoys you, so he bothers you. Grow up, this means to get older in the age, okay? So a baby grows up to be a child, and a child grows up to be an adult person. So we all creatures grow up. Patient, patient. This is a good adjective, in fact, because patient, this person can wait and don't get nervous easily with bad behavior from other people. So I can say he's patient. Fair, fair. This also a good adjective when someone judges in a good way. Okay, so he is a fair person. He's a fair person. Spend time. Spend time. You know this verb spend, when it comes with time, so it means how can I do or what can I do in my time, or what can I do during my time. So this way I spend my time. I can say I spend my time reading, or I spend my time watching TV. I spend my time wandering in the city. Okay. Problem, problem. Problem is a bad condition, okay, and it needs a clue or it needs a solution. So A problem always needs a solution to be solved. So problem is a bad condition needs to be solved. Okay, this was for our vocab today. Let's move to our student book. Okay, please. My students, open your student book, page 25. It's unit 5 to read the conversation. Okay, listen close. Hi, Mr. Sammy. Hello, Kamel. Hello, Kamal. Have a seat. Thanks. Oh, it's cold today. How do you think it's going to rain? Maybe it's getting cloudy. So, how is your family, Kamal? They are fine, but my sister has the flu. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not serious. She's doing better today. Look, it's starting to rain. I'd better go home. Take care, Kamal. Bye, Mr. Sammy. Okay, this was for our conversation today. Okay, please move to page 26 because we have more vocab here, but they are not vocab. Actually, they are some phrases. You have to save them also. Okay. Number 1, feed the birds. Feed the birds. Where is the person who is feeding the birds here? Can you find him? Yeah, that's right. Feed the birds. Now this boy is feeding the birds. Can you see him? Okay. Number 2, read a newspaper. Read a newspaper. So where is the person who is reading a newspaper? Yes, that's right. He is reading a newspaper. Okay. Number 3, take medicine. Take medicine. So where is the person or the child who's taking the medicine? Can you see this mom? Yes, the young girl or the little girl is taking her medicine because she's ill or she's sick. Okay, number 4, meet a friend. Meet a friend. So, yes, this is number 4. Can you see this person? Now he's meeting his friend at the cafe. Okay, meet a friend. Number 5, visit a museum. Visit a museum. So, what is number 5? Visit a museum. Yes, that's right. Up there. Yes, this person is visiting a museum. Okay, number 6. Take the underground. Take the underground. So where is number 6? Yes, I think this mom and her babies, they are taking the underground. Can you see the underground? Okay. Number 7. Give a speech. When you're giving a speech, it's like this person. Can you see this person? Now he's giving a speech to some people in the street. Okay, give a speech. Number 8, take a math test. Take a math test. So where is number 10? Sorry, number 8. Take a math test. Yes, yes. Can you see these students? These students are taking a math test in the classroom now. Okay. Bake bread. Bake bread. Number 9. Can you see this woman? Yes, she's baking bread inside the bakery. Bake bread. Number 10. This is the last phrase. Get a haircut. Get a haircut. Of course, we can get our haircut at the barber shop. Can you see? Can you see this person? Okay, this barber is getting this person his haircut. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now we will move to the next page, page 27. Please move to page 27. Yes. Before we discuss or solve these exercises, we have to know first about this rule. Okay. How often? Okay. Now or today we will learn how to make some questions using how often. Okay. How often asks about how many times. do you do the verb or do you do this action? So if I say, for example, I go to school, so I can ask you, how often do you go to school? So I go to school 5 days a week. For example, I practice swimming. Okay, so I can ask you, how often do you go swimming? I can say that, or I can answer that I go swimming 3 days a week. So let's learn first, how do we do this? Okay, we have some adverbs of frequency. Okay, please try to remember with me what are the adverbs of frequency. It's always, usually, often or often, both are right. Sometimes, okay, hardly, and never. Okay, and now we have another group of adverbs of frequency. When I'm answering how many times, okay, one time it means once, two times it means twice, okay, three times it means three times, okay, and four times, etc., etc., five times, six times. Okay, now we learned these adverbs of frequency. Always is 100%, okay, usually about 80%, okay, often it's about 70%, sometimes 50%, okay, hardly it's only 10%, and ever it's 0%, okay. Once we learned that this is one time, two times, three times, etc. Okay, so how can I ask using how often? Okay, when I say how often, I mean actually how many times. This means how many times. So I can use the adverbs of frequency to answer this question. How often do or does, okay, plus some adjectives, sorry, some subjects. Do, you, or we, or they, or even I. Okay, but I use does with he, or she, or it, okay, plus the infinitive of the verb, plus the infinitive of the verb. So let's take an example here using how often. So how often, you can ask how often do you go to school? Okay. In our normal days for Corona, we used to go to school 5 days a week. So I can answer this question. I go to school 5 days a week. I mean 5 days per week. Okay. I can ask another question. For example, let's imagine that someone is sick and the doctor gives him a medicine, so he has to take this medicine. So I can ask him, how often does she take, take the verb in the infinitive, the medicine, or take medicine. So the answer will be she, okay, because I'm asking using does. So the I will add s to the verb. She takes it, I mean the medicine, 3 times a day or per day. So she takes medicine 3 times a day. I mean 3 times per day. Yes. If I ask it another question, you can ask another question. When I say how often, let's change the color. How often do they how often do they for example play football? Now ask how often do they play football? For example, we can answer they. Okay, they sometimes, maybe sometimes I use this adverb of frequency. Sometimes play it. This is a reasonable answer for this question using how often. Now I think it's clear how to use or how to make questions using how often, or how to answer these kinds of questions using the adverbs of frequency. If they are always, often, usually, sometimes, hardly, or even never. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, etc. Okay. Now let's go back to our student book, page 27. So we're back to our student book, page 27. Okay. Now we are using some questions using how often do you read a newspaper, or how often does she read a newspaper? We can answer, I read a newspaper once a month. I mean one time, for one time in a month. She reads a newspaper once a month. Okay. So this is the answer. Let's move to page 28, the book. Yes, this is page not 29. We will go to 28. Okay. Now we have a model here. How often do you visit a museum? The answer will be I visit a museum 4 times a year. Okay. Now we will imitate the example and do our own questions and our own answers. You get a haircut. So I will start my questions with how often. How often do you get a haircut? So the answer, I get my haircut twice a month. Thank you. What about number 2? Think about it. So how often does, not go, not do, how often does she take medicine? So she takes medicine 3 times a day. Number 3, how often do or does, except of course does, how often does he feed the birds? So he feeds the birds once a day. Number 4, how often does he meet his friends? So the answer, he meets his friends twice a week. Number 5, how often do you, here let's do, how often do you take the underground? So I take the underground 5 times a week. Number 6, how often does she bake bread? So she bakes bread once a day. Number 7, how often do they take a math test? So they take a math test 3 times a month. Number 8, how often does he give a speech? So he gives a speech 4 times a year. That's it. Page 29. Okay, now it's time for reading. Okay, and we discussed all these vocab before. Okay, now listen close because I'll read the text. It's a letter from someone who called crazy, going crazy. Dear Sarah, I am 13 years old and I have a big problem. My little brother is a pest. He follows me all the time and always bothers me. And he always bothers me. And my friends, he goes into my room and takes my things without asking. My mom tells me to be patient because I'm older. It's not fair. What can I do? Going crazy. So the reply or the answer for this letter was like this. It's from Sarah. Dear Crazy, your little brother loves you very much and wants your attention. Spend time with him. Tell him he can use your things, but he has to ask first. Help him find some friends and don't forget he will grow up. Sarah. Now, this was our reading today. It's from a girl that she has a problem with her little brother. He always annoying her. And so Sarah advised her to give him more attention because he loves her so much and he needs more attention. And she can tell him or she can tell him that he can use her things, but with a permission first. He has to take a permission first from her. Now we have some questions. Let's start with letter C. Read the questions, write the answers. What is Crazy's problem? What is Crazy's problem? What was her problem? So I think the answer will be, thank you, her little brother bothers her. So her little brother bothers her. He's annoying. He's annoying her. So number two, who does Crazy's brother bother? Who does Crazy's brother bother? He bothers her. He bothers her and her friends. Of course, her and her friends. Okay. Who tells Crazy to be patient? Who tells Crazy to be patient? She's Sarah. No. Excuse me. I mean her mother. She is her mother. Okay. Number four. What does Crazy's brother want? Yes, of course, he wants her attention. So he wants her attention. He wants her attention. Okay, let's move to the next page from our workbook. Your time. I don't think this is the page. Yes. Now it's listening. We can do it. Okay. Uh, this page, I want you to answer it upon or according to your own. So this is homework. Okay. You can do it yourself. Okay. Now let's move to our workbook. Please open your workbook. Okay, page. I'll tell you the page. Okay, now open your workbooks. page 25. Okay, now circle the mistakes and write. Now we will circle the mistakes in these sentences. The first one is done. Number two, thanks. Oh, no, it's cold tonight. So what is the mistake? Yeah, that's right. I think we have to say it's cold tonight. Thank you. That's or that's wrong. It's 23 degrees. So yes, this is the mistake. It's that's. Okay. Wow, do you know it's want to rain? Yes, this is a mistake. I have to say it's going to rain. Okay. Maybe it's going cloudy. Maybe it's going cloudy. So what is the mistake? Yes, that's right. This is the mistake here. It's getting. We have to say it's getting cloudy. Okay, so what's your family, Kamal? So where is the mistake? Yes, excellent. We have to say how's your family? How's your family, Kamal? They are five, but my sister have the flu. They are five, but my sister has the flu. Yes, I think this here's a mistake. We have to say fine. Yes, thank you. Okay, number 8. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, yes, she has the flu. So I can say I'm happy. I can say I'm sorry to hear that. It's no serious. She's doing better yesterday. She's doing better yesterday. So how can I say it in a good way? Yes. First of all, here we have to say not. And she's doing better yesterday? No, today. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's move to the other page. Okay. Look and write. Read a newspaper. Yes. Of course, this is give a speech. Yes. What's this? What do you think? Yes, of course. Visit a museum. Visit a museum. Museum. Visit a museum. Number 4. Yes, of course. It's meet a friend. Meet a friend. Number 5. Yes, bake bread. Bake bread or bake a cake. Okay. Yes. What's the last one? The last one will be, I think it's math test. So take a math test. Take a math test. Okay. Let's go or let's move to uh, the other exercise. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, she's going to. She's going to what? So I think she's going to take the medicine. Take the take the medicine. Okay, number 2, what we can say here? Number 2, excellent, excellent. Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. I answered number 2 and number 1. Sorry. She's going to feed the birds. Excuse me. So this is number 1. Number 2, she's going to, she's going to take the medicine. Okay, number 3. Yes, he's going to get a haircut. Excellent. He is going to get a haircut. Okay, number 4. They, of course, they going. They are. They are going to, yes, take the underground. Excellent. Take the under, sorry, support the underground. Okay, thank you so much. This was for page 26. Okay, let's move to 27. It's focus time. Okay, now once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a day, a week, a month, a year. Yes. ID, this means once a day. 3W, 3W, it means 3 times a week. It means 3 times. I have not much space. 3 times a week. Okay. So I have to change colors to differentiate between them. 2M, 2M. It means twice a month. Twice a month. Okay. Number 4, 3Y. 3Y. It means 3 times a day. 3 times a year. Okay. 4D. 4D. 4 times a day. It means 4 times a day. Yes. 2W, it means twice a week. Twice a week. Yes, that's it. Okay, now we have something like a table or a diagram or a chart like here, according to this girl. Okay. Feed the birds, take the underground, take medicine, bake bread. So Heba feeds the birds once a week. We have to look at Heba's schedule, right? True or false? Heba feeds the birds once a week. Is it true or false? Feeds the birds. Feed the birds 4 times a week. Huh? It's only on Sunday, so it's false. It's, oh my God, it's false. You were right. False. Okay. Heba takes medicine 3 times a day. Takes medicine 3 times a day. On Sunday, 1, 2. Monday, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's false. Sorry. This is not its place. So it's false. It's only twice a day. False. So, number 3. Heba bakes bread 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Bakes bread. Yes, 1, 2, 3. This is true. This is true. Yes. Look and read and write. Okay. How often does she take the medicine? How often does she make? So she takes medicine. How often? How often? We can say it's a twice a day. So she takes medicine twice a day. Okay. How often does she take the underground? How often does she take it? How often? I think she take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Yes, that's it. Okay, the next page. Okay, next time now we have another schedule for this person. Okay, from Sunday to Saturday. Visit a museum, got a haircut, read a newspaper, do the laundry, give a speech, uh, go to the restaurant. So how often does he do the laundry? So let's count. How often does he do the laundry? Yes, he does it twice a day, twice a day, and on Sunday. So how often does he? So twice, twice a day. Okay, it's twice a day. Okay. Number two, how often does he visit a museum? So he visits a museum. This is the full answer, but we will use the short answer. So visit the museum. What's one? So once a week. It's once a week. Okay. He gets a haircut once a month. So now we have to write the question. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so we will ask how often does he get a haircut? Get a haircut. How often does he get a haircut? Okay, so he gets a haircut once a month. Number four, another question. So how often, okay, does he read a newspaper? How often does he read a newspaper? So he reads a newspaper 5 times a week. Another question, give a speech. So how often does he give a speech? So he gives a speech. How often does he give a speech? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times here, 4 times. 4 times. So the other question, not go to the restaurant. So we will ask how often does he go to the restaurant? Let's see in the diagram of the schedule. How often does he go to the restaurant? Yes, he goes to the restaurant 1, 2, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Yes, this is the next page. Now it's reading. Okay, dear Sarah, there is a pest in our class at the school. His name is Hussam. He follows us all the time and always bothers us. He takes our things without asking. Our teacher told us to be patient. It's not fair. What can we do? Hannah and Shayma. Here, dear Hannah and Shayma, Hussam bothers you because he wants your attention. Spend time with him. help him find some friends. Sarah, who's a pest? So it's Hussam, of course. Yes. Who told Hannah and Shayma to be patient? It's so no, not Sarah. It's her teacher. Okay, because it said our teacher. So their teacher. Their teacher. Okay. Why does the pest bother Hannah and Shayma? Because he wants their attention. He wants their attention. Read. Hussam, Sarah, Hannah, and Shayma, their teacher, Sarah. No, we have to match. Hussam, what about him? Yes. So now, what about Hussam? We can say Hussam takes their things without asking. So, number one was this. Okay. Sarah told them to spend time with Hussam. Okay, so this two. Hannah and Shayma says or say, it's not fair, no, we can't say that. Says help him find some friends, no. Is in Hannah and Hussam classroom, no. Told them to be patient. Okay, we will leave it at the end. Okay. Their teacher, of course, told them to be patient, so this is 4. Okay. Sarah, Sarah, what Sarah says? Yes, of course, says help him find some friends. Hussam, of course, it's in Hannah and Shayma says. Hannah and Shayma say it's not fair. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, let's move to page. Okay, now you have to answer this page your own. It's homework for you. I hope you do it perfectly. Okay, thank you, my dear students. Miss Nahla greets you. And now it's time for goodbye. Goodbye and see you soon, inshallah.